Hey Libra, and welcome to your spiritual messages for the middle of May, and of course any other time that you're guided to watch, as the intention of my messages is always to be timeless. And if this message does not resonate, please don't forget to check your other placements, because according to the astrology in the sky, you could be resonating with another placement than just your sun sign. So please keep that in mind, that not everything may resonate, so take what does and leave what doesn't. All right, and be sure to check your moon, rising, Venus, or Mars if this does not resonate for you at all, okay? So today I'm going to be pulling your energy and your energy only, Libra. This is just for you, anything that you may need to know during this time frame regarding spiritual journey, your personal development, just what's going on with you individually, okay? But of course, love and romance can definitely come up if that is something that is heavily influencing you at this time. All right, so let's just get into it. I'm going to pull the usual tarot that I pull for you, which is pulling a card for what's at your center, what's crossing you, what's crowning you, what's rooting you, your recent past, and what you need to know. All right, so we'll see where that takes us. And if you notice, I am doing my other setup today. I just like to switch it up sometimes, keep things interesting. But I will go back to the other setup. It's just for this round of readings that I wanted to do this setup. All right, what is at the center of Libra? Center of Libra, what's at the center? Okay, we have the Nine of Swords, Libra. What are you overthinking? You're stuck in your head about something. What's crossing the Seven of Cups? Oh, you're feeling confused. What's crowning Libra? The World. Okay, some cycles are ending, or at least you're hoping they do. Perhaps this cycle of confusion. What's rooting Libra? Six of Wands. Okay, you will be successful in this, whatever sort of uneasy feelings are happening here. Recent past for Libra. Six of Cups. So it could have to do with someone in your past, or just something that happened recently that is still affecting your present day. What do they need to know? Beautiful Temperance. The card of healing, divine timing. And at the bottom of the deck, wow, we have the Sun. Okay, Libra. So I feel with this confused energy, you're coming to the realization that perhaps what you thought made you happy is no longer making you happy. So now you're redefining what happiness means to you. Okay, this is a strong Leo energy coming through. So you could have Leo in your chart. But I just feel that you finally found what made you happy, but there's a struggle in maintaining that happiness, right? And that's what we struggle with as humans the most, is to have consistent happiness. But that's also not realistic, because happiness isn't 100% of the time, right? So you may feel down more than you need to on those days that you don't feel as happy as you should. Okay, I just feel that you're on and off. It's like a light switch with your happiness. And you could beat yourself up thinking, wow, I had a really bad day today. Does that mean I'm not happy? But that's not true, right? We don't measure happiness with the bad days. We measure happiness with the overall feeling of it, right? I hope that made sense. But yeah, look at this. We have the moon right underneath that. So to me, the Seven of Cups and the moon are very similar in the sense that there's this dreamy, confused energy, and you're caught between those crossroads. Like I said, it's like a light switch, right? So night and day is right here in front of you. So there could be aspects of you where at night you tend to question everything, especially with that Nine of Swords. Okay, you could have nightmares. You could have trouble sleeping at night. And when you wake up, it's like it never even happened. So you could be struggling with those two identities at this time. You could have Gemini in your chart, just got Gemini energy for no reason whatsoever, just because of the split personalities. So you could be struggling with that. But what I like is that the sun is before or is above the moon. So that means that the moon was more in the past and now you are here. Okay. So your center, the Nine of Swords. So this is air sign energy, Gemini specifically, I believe. So Nine of Swords is overthinking, right? It's being stuck in fear. Like I said, nightmares. Some of you could have sleep paralysis and could be suffering through that right now. That's really, really tough. So that could be an issue for someone very strongly during this time. I get a lot of sleep paralysis, so I totally understand how scary that can be. But I don't know. I feel like you're made to weather the storm. Okay, I feel like if there's anyone who can overcome something like this, it's you. So you could be feeling that this challenge just feels too hard sometimes. Like, yeah, I just get really strong sleep paralysis energy. But I also, when I said that, I felt this energy too that, you know that saying where people say that, like God gives tough people like the hardest battles, something like that. And I know that saying, it doesn't go with everyone, but that's kind of what I feel here, that you have this really strong, resilient energy about you, and that's how you're made to face more challenges, because if anyone is going to overcome them, it's you. And yeah, I just get really strong sleep paralysis energy with this guy over here too. But you're stronger than that, okay? You don't let it get to you for too long. And then what's crossing you with the Seven of Cups is that, again, that dreamy energy, right, that I was feeling. So you could be receiving subconscious messages during this time. You could be living in your subconscious right now more than ever. Like fifth dimension energy is what I feel here. But with the Seven of Cups too, like there's confusion looming over you. And let's just clarify this, because, I mean, if you don't know, how am I going to know, right? What is Libra feeling confused about and worried? Yeah, I feel like you're stressed out, you're worried. You don't really know what the next step for you is, and maybe that's what's stressing you out, that you don't really know what's next. Maybe in the past you were happy, right? And then now you're here, and because you don't feel that happiness anymore, you're starting to wonder what's next for you. Let's see. What is Libra feeling confused about? The Knight of Wands. So there's something you want to take action on, but you fear where that may lead you. And the Knight of Wands is very impulsive, right? So maybe you need to find balance in that, because part of you wants to go for it very abrasively, very impulsively. But I kind of get this energy of like, hold your horses if that's how you feel. But for others of you, if you're on the fringe of taking action, just go for it. Don't overthink it. Just go for it. Even if there's risks, even if there's something at stake, I think you're better off learning from your mistakes than to be stuck in this energy. Because at least when you make that mistake, not saying that you're going to make a mistake, but just as an example, like at least once it's said and done with whatever future outcome happens, at least you can move on from it instead of being stuck here. Because right now you're just stuck because you're not moving at all. Right, so I think you're better off just taking this Knight of Wands energy, because at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords. So there's your truth and clarity. There's your wise investment. So I think what's holding you back here is just your own fear of what could happen, right? Like what if? And it's better to just go for it instead of wondering. It's better to have failed than to not have done anything at all. So don't be stuck there. So what's crowning you is the World. So this is cycle completion, right? So I feel that that's the cycle you want to end. Perhaps you're starting to realize that maybe your own sort of confusion or fear-based mentality is what's holding you back. And you're coming to that conclusion as well, that you're ready to close this chapter and move forward with your life. You're learning the lessons, right? Maybe that was a lesson in itself. This sort of stuck energy, stressed out energy, feeling confused, not moving forward. And you're closing that chapter, at least you want to. Wow. Two of Cups. So for some of you, it could be a very strong relationship in your life, whether that's platonic or romantic, but there's a connection that you feel stuck in, that you don't really know what is the next move, and you're healing from that currently. Oh, with the World again. So a lot of you could have been through a lot with this connection. This connection could be teaching you a lot, right? And in your last reading, the love reading was about going through a spiritual awakening here. So you could be going through a sort of dark night of the soul, or, you know, transformative connections. You know, spiritual awakenings are not easy. And I see that with the Nine of Swords with the Seven of Cups, that it has not been easy. But it's all part of the process, I feel. And I think you have to just go for it. Whatever that means for you with this Knight of Wands, whether that's, you know, making a fool out of yourself in love, or just moving in another direction that isn't quite here with the Knight of Wands, and knowing that it's okay if this connection isn't for you at the moment. Okay, so with that World card with the Two of Cups, it's like being okay with closing up this cycle of this connection, of perhaps waiting around for it so that you can move on with your life, and then having faith that if it's meant to be, it will be. So I feel like you're just letting go of an expectation of this connection, because it had you in this energy of feeling stuck, but now you're moving past that, or at least you want to, right? But I feel like you are, because we do have the Six of Wands as your rooting energy, and that's being successful in something. So I feel that now that you know what it is that you know regarding this connection, you're ready to kind of close that chapter and move on with your life. And I think that's the best thing you can do. And with that, you are becoming successful. So this is Six of Wands, Leo energy coming through again. So you're putting yourself on the spotlight. You see how she's standing alone in her power? I feel like a lot of you are starting to be happy in being single. And that's what that Sun card, I just keep getting drawn back to the Sun card, but there's something that you could have felt wasn't happiness, but now it is. It could be being single for some of you, okay? That you could have been beating yourself up that you weren't in a relationship, perhaps thinking you're not good enough. Other people are in relationships. Why am I not in one? You know what I mean? So you're starting to finally realize that it has nothing to do with you, that you are in a different path from other people. You have a different journey, and you shouldn't compare yourself to others, because you have a lot to be successful about. You have a lot to be proud of yourself. Okay, you're in the spotlight with whatever it is that you're doing. You get recognition whether you're in a relationship or not. You don't need anyone's validation to be seen. You're seen all on your own. You know, you could walk down an aisle at the store and people notice you. People break their neck to turn around to see, like, who's that? You're getting success and recognition elsewhere. You don't need this connection to validate you. And I feel like for some time you could have felt confused and second guessing yourself and questioning your worth because this person made you feel so confused, but you're starting to come out of that and you're moving forward. So I really like that for you. So we have 6 here, so that could be a significant number. So your recent past is a 6 of Cups. So yeah, this could have been a past connection that you were dealing with, and that was you feeling, again, kind of stuck there, right? And I don't mean stuck, because we're never really stuck, right? We're just learning our lessons, and when we're ready to move on to the next one, we move on to the next one. So you were still learning your lesson, but I feel like a part of you missed this person in the past, okay? A part of you couldn't quite let go yet because you were hanging on to the memories of this person, the feelings behind it. But again, you're moving forward now, so you don't really need this connection like you used to. And I hope that doesn't offend anybody or come off in a wrong way. I just feel like you're starting to find happiness within yourself and not expecting this person to come around, because I feel that when you miss someone, it's only a reflection of what you miss in yourself, right? What are you not giving to yourself to fill that void that you're hoping someone else will fill, right? So I feel like the 6 Cups in your recent past is that you were still hanging on to some hope that they would come back, but by hanging on to them, it creates a resistance on your own happiness. Whether this person comes back or not, that shouldn't be a reflection of on how you feel about yourself, right? Let's see. Page of Cups. Yeah, it's like you're waiting for an apology from this person, or at least a sort of small love offer. And you would have taken whatever this person gave you because of how much they meant to you, how much you missed them. 9 of Cups. Yeah, there's so much love in this connection, you know, and we recognize that in the love reading as well. So that's not the issue. The issue is just that you're both on different paths at the moment, where you're not meant to be together just yet because you still have different things to learn. But you recognize this connection, and so did this person, that there is a lot of love here. Okay, and you were kind of hoping that they would give you more than this Page of Cups, but they couldn't, because they can't offer you what they don't quite have yet, right? So what you need to know is Temperance, that everything is happening in divine timing. You have to just trust it, right? You have to just have faith that you're healing yourself, this other person is healing themselves. And I feel like that's what you're starting to feel at peace with, where in the past you didn't feel at peace. You didn't feel like you could trust in the divine. You know, you could have resisted that by letting go of it. It meant that it would be lost, but that's not true, right? You're starting to understand that whatever is meant for you is going to be yours. You don't have to hang on to a hope or, you know, or wait for someone's return. But you're healing yourself, and you're doing exactly what you're meant to be doing during this time. I feel like a lot of you are wanting to spend time in nature or body of water, or go hiking. And if you haven't, I feel like it would be really good for you. Because I just feel like you've been stuck on this energy, whether it's this romantic connection, whether it's yourself, right? There's just something that doesn't let you move it doesn't let you move forward yet. But this is, for me, a signal of release. So you need to just release it all. You know, just be fluid. Be okay with the gray areas of life, you know, with not knowing what's going to happen next. Just surrendering to everything. And everything will just work out for you. Ace of Wands. So the aces popped up 3 times for you. We had the Pentacles, the Swords, and now the Wands. So you're feeling passionate about a new beginning, or at least a new beginning is on its way for you. Okay, because you're letting go of resistance. You're surrendering. Okay, when you surrender and you let the divine take control of your life instead of you trying to control it, a passionate new beginning will emerge, and you'll be very happy because of it. So something is coming new to you very soon, and you need to know that. After a period of, 5 of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, right? Feeling ghosted, not feeling worthy of yourself. 3 of Swords, because this connection did make you feel heartbroken at some point or another, and that's what you've been healing, and that's what you're still healing from. You know, it could be a lesson of a fear of abandonment. This is what is being strongly screamed at to me right now. And you're learning that you don't need another person to validate your feelings of feeling whole within yourself. You know what I mean? You're learning, how do I say that? You're tackling that fear of abandonment, basically, is what's happening here. Because you're starting to let go of this person, let go of any expectation, any outcome from them. And by doing so, it just manifests a new beginning. It manifests your self-worth in yourself. Okay, it's like a mountain. You see this mountain back here? You're creating this foundation within yourself that is as strong as a mountain, that whatever anybody does around you, it does not affect you whatsoever. And you could be practicing meditation, or I suggest meditating. I'm always going to suggest that, but I'm just getting that energy with her eyes closed like that. that when you meditate, you start to tap into your higher self. You start to receive answers to the questions that you've always asked. And I just get this energy that you're strong like a mountain, and that's your lesson, and that's what you've had to go through in this journey to figure out, basically, that like when the next connection happens, or when this connection comes back to you, that whatever their actions are that may potentially have hurt you in the past, that they no longer hurt you because you're so strong within yourself that you know that their actions are not a reflection of you but themselves. All right, so beautiful reading, Libra. I'm going to leave it there. Just going to pull one last final message for you from the Island Time Wellness Law of Attraction card. So let's see what wants to come out here. Final message for Libra. Trying too hard. Force creates resistance. Let go and watch it flow. Rest. Be lighthearted. Burnout. Yeah. Just as I've been saying, right? So I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. You see, she looks like she's in a state of flow. Okay. This is what you need to do. And I feel like that's what you're doing already. You're closer to this than you think you are. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have release attachment. Be free of expectations. Feel great about letting go. Longing gives a vibe of not having. See, so this pretty much just sums up everything I've said. So just further confirmation that it's time to let go, right? Because this energy creates resistance. It prolongs this connection too, right? It's like as much as you want this connection, the more you think about it, the longer it takes for it to manifest. So I just learned a great analogy that I want to share too, that receiving guidance from the universe is like wanting to pet a cat. You know, when you want to pet a cat, you don't go after it or chase it because it's just going to run away from you. You have to sit back and relax and act like you don't care, and then it comes to you. So that's the same thing with manifestations and connections and things of that nature. So all right, Libra, so I hope this reading brought you some clarity and insight. If it did, please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe and share so that others may receive this message, and it helps support my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye.